Well, Gulf Breeze recovery literally saved my life because I was an out of control, depressed alcoholic, and I never saw any way out of it. I would wake up drinking, go to bed drinking, and it was just a vicious cycle because I never felt normal. What got me started drinking is I was a very shy, introverted person, and I would get social anxiety just even talking with people. And so I was in Mexico with my family, and I discovered alcohol makes you friendly and happy and talking to people in the life of the party. And from that day, I just thought of alcohol as, a way to communicate easily with people. And it just spiraled out of control to where I depended on it to even function, to just get up in the morning and even talk normally. And the shakes were getting out of control, and I just did not see a way out of it. I started hiding it, and that was a big thing for me because I still socially drank with my husband and other instances, but when it got to the point of me hiding it and sneaking it all day long and all night long, that's when I knew I had a problem. I definitely wasn't the only one that noticed the problem. It affected my relationship with my husband and my daughter. I wasn't present with her to be a real mother or a real loving wife to him. It was like something had taken over me, and it was not me. It was a blank stare, like ghost of a woman, basically. And I remember looking in the mirror and just not even recognizing my own face. I tried to stop on my own, but I started reading up on it, and you can get seizures and die from it. So I really thought I needed to be medically supervised to get off of that. And definitely Gulf Breeze Recovery had such an amazing detox program and really took care of me, made it comfortable and easy, and the staff there was so nice and just made me really feel like I wasn't being judged and that I had made the right decision. When I finally decided that I needed help, I literally spent 1 week, several hours every day looking up every possible rehab that was near the water, because I had to be by the water if I was going away for that long. So I extensively researched countless pages of every rehab, pros and cons, and this was by far the best rehab that I found out there. I did find another rehab center that I had signed up on over the phone and had the plane tickets ready to go, and I was supposed to get in touch with them to give them my flight information to pick me up. I called them 5 days in a row, no answer. I had other people call from different numbers, no answer. I even called from blocked numbers, left several messages, I had no answer. And I think it was just fate that I ended up here, because in that long list of rehabs that I had searched, I did not stumble upon Gulf Breeze Recovery at first. I kind of didn't even think to go there. And then I found Gulf Breeze, called it, immediately Reed picks up the phone, and I asked him if there was any availability, and magically he said yes. I was so excited, jumping up and down, thinking, oh, thank God, because I got to be there in a couple days. And immediately after I hung up the phone with him and put down a deposit as well, the other place calls me back, finally. So I called Reed back to tell him I wasn't coming, and he thankfully took the time to tell me what a life-changing experience this place is. It's not a 12-step, and he almost begged me to reconsider coming, and I am so glad that he did, because this place literally has changed my life. The stuff that you learn here will not go away from you. I did look at the facility online when I was weighing out the pros and cons, and they definitely had a lot to offer, which kind of was one of the factors in why I came here. But it was definitely Reed's approach to this program that sold me on this. So the day before I was supposed to go into rehab, I decided that it was going to be my last day/night of drinking, so I might as well live it up. Which was not a good idea, because I ended up drinking so much that I passed out, and I don't really remember what happened. All I know is that I woke up in an emergency room with an IV, and my husband and my daughter sitting next to me, and my blood alcohol level over 0.4, which the nurse said with my size should have killed me. And so I did miss my plane here, but luckily my husband flew with me over here to make sure I didn't drink. But what he didn't know is you could actually get a seizure and possibly die from not having any alcohol, especially after that amount. So I did come here on a couple of prescribed Xanax from my doctor. So when I first got here, did the detox, I was a little, out of it. I wasn't quite sure what to think of the place. And I did spend the time in detox just sleeping the entire time. But the last day I was in there, I found out that you could make the staff order you fast food. So I totally cashed in on that. So the transition from detox to the regular program was very smooth. I felt so comfortable. You go right into the spa for the morning, which I loved. It was very therapeutic, and I also started working out, and I have never really worked out a day in my life, maybe like a few minutes in my life once a year, but being here I found that very effective for my recovery, my health, was working out every day. And it just builds the endorphins, it builds your immune system up, and I feel fantastic now. I can work out for 2 hours instead of just 5 minutes. So I really took advantage of the gym. And I also started getting into the classes at night. So you have the spa in the morning and the classes at night. And they do art therapy here, which I thought was really neat. And my first night here, they had made masks. So, masks. I don't think we need to go that far. I started rambling. What they teach you here is literally so simple, but our human intelligence wants something that's complicated and messy and hard to understand. So we get into this and we're not sure what to do with it, because it's like, okay, it's just a thought, that's stupid. It should be much more complicated than that, but it really isn't. And so once I started not analyzing everything the teacher was saying and stopped trying to use my intellect to try to figure out every wording she was using or he was using, I really started to feel. It's more or less of a feeling that you get when you finally understand what they're talking about. And it's clear as day out there. It's just we make it so complicated. I spent a lot of time with myself in my room, just kind of contemplating stuff and sitting back and listening to my own thoughts and realizing that I was the thinker of those thoughts. And that's kind of what the program teaches you, that your thoughts don't control you. They're just thoughts, and it's so easy. Once you get that, you're like, wow, I can do anything. The books especially I found to be very helpful. And especially in that quiet time alone with myself, it's a reflecting period. You have a beautiful beach that you can go lay on a lawn chair and just get lost in the sound of the waves and in your book. And I found Slowing Down to the Speed of Love to be the one that I most related with. And it really brought to light a lot of the stuff that I was confused about when I first got here. I originally planned on only being here for 30 days. And when I got here, they told me that the program was 6 to 8 weeks. And at first I really fought it in my own head, thinking, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave in 30 days anyways. But once I got the stuff that they were talking about, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to learn more and more, and it was such a great feeling that came over me. Nothing else mattered. What they do in counseling is they also work in family sessions, and that brought me and my husband so much closer together. So I really think that the people that successfully complete this program have such a light about them. Like, you can see it emanating off their face, and they just seem different. And I think I have shown that to my husband just over the phone, in the way we talk, and the way that I talk is different now with him. We used to butt heads all the time, fighting. this program really teaches you, even in relationships, it's not just for drugs and alcohol. It helps you in every aspect of your life. And we've been communicating so much better. The counselors have encouraged him to study up on the books himself, and that's made our relationship so much stronger. You can tell he can see the difference in me, and I think that's what I'm going to bring home. I'm also planning on doing family sessions with my family when I get home, meaning I want to teach them the stuff that I've learned here. Once you get it, you just want to share it with everybody that you love. And I think it'd be great to have family nights and just kind of go over the stuff that I've learned here. I think that anyone who suffers from drug or alcohol abuse has an underlying issue that they've made up in their head. It's called an ego, and it gives you this false sense of yourself. And it's not who you really are. What you are is perfect, and you are wisdom and love. And the past has conditioned you to make you believe that, in my case, I was a shy person. I was scared of people. That was just my ego talking. Those were thoughts. And so I think once you realize that stuff, that's not going to be an issue anymore. I mean, it might come as a thought. It might say, oh, you need a drink because you have to go sing in front of 5,000 people tonight. I can step back from that, give it space, and realize, no, that was just my old conditioned thinking talking. That's not me. So if you are suffering from a drug or alcohol addiction, I would really encourage you to come here. It has changed my life dramatically, and I never thought that would happen. The stuff they teach you here is completely life-changing. Once you get it, I promise you, you're going to feel so much better. I was in such a disastrous life that I never thought I was going to get out of it. I never thought any 12-step program would work. I've been to 12-step meetings before, and all they did was make me want to drink. This place here, we rarely even talk about drugs or alcohol. We talk about you, your person inside of you, that your natural self that has the ability to overcome all this stuff. And it's already placed inside you. You just need somebody to shine that light on it. I used to think that you had to drink alcohol in order to have fun. Like, that was my mindset. Go to a party, oh, let's get hammered. That's the way to have fun. This place has taught you that that's a lie. We do so many fun things here. Like, we even watch the Super Bowl here, and there has not been one Super Bowl party that I have not gotten wasted at. This is my first one at Gold Breeze. And I had more fun than I've ever had at any Super Bowl party. You don't have to wake up with a hangover. You can remember everything you did, and you enjoy every single minute of it. I never thought that was possible. We do so many other fun things here. We went to the zoo, which seems childish and silly, but we had so much fun. Went to the Golfarium, we went bowling. We just do normal things that people do to have fun. You don't need alcohol to do them. And it also gives you the sense that when you get back into the real world, you can do these activities without the alcohol and have a blast. So alcohol is for everyone and outside in. And what that means is you are reaching outside of you to make yourself think that you're whole or happy. And what this place teaches you, that it all comes from within. So it's inside out. You're giving out what's inside. You will not be able to make yourself fully happy from the outside in. There's nothing out there that's going to satisfy your ego, because it just wants more and more and more and more. That's why, we keep using more and more and more and more. If we let that go, take a step back, we're going to find that it's inside us. That happiness, that fulfillment. This place shows you how to be present. All we have is this moment right now. We don't have the future. We can think about it. What's that going to do? It's over here. The past, the only way the past is real is if we think about it. And it's only alive in our memories. So what we have to focus on is right now. And that feeling of presence is incredible. Everything aligns up with each other.